Welcome back to TechnoSurgeon YouTube channel. So first of all, we have news regarding displays. Basically, AMD has updated its FreeSync implementation, FreeSync implementations on gaming displays, and yeah, basically it won't affect all of us. It won't affect the pricing that much per se, but it is just for gaming monitors so that we can get best performance out of it. Essentially, they upgraded the requirements for the manufacturers of this display so that they can use their FreeSync label on their displays. So essentially, they changed it, and the new requirement to have taken its part and since 2023. So it had some time, but for the manufacturers to align themselves with these changes, at the same time, now they had published the article. Essentially, if you want a FreeSync, there is no changes in the laptop requirement for these displays, but there are major changes for monitors and TVs for this FreeSync label. And essentially, for FreeSync, you need less than 3440 pixel for 3440 horizontal pixels for monitors, and also higher refresh rate, max refresh rate up to greater than 144 hertz. For FreeSync Premium requires less than 3440 horizontal resolution, max refresh rate is greater than 200 hertz, or like greater than 2440 horizontal resolution, and max refresh rate greater than 120 hertz for FreeSync Premium. And FreeSync Premium Plus requires everything and HDR on top of FreeSync Premium requirement for FreeSync Premium Pro. So these are pretty nice requirements, and yeah, this essentially means we are going to get better quality monitors and displays with, if we see FreeSync Premium Pro or Premium labels, it means those displays are better quality essentially. Next up, we have news regarding AMD. Basically, AMD and Intel, we know that Nvidia introduced their chat with RTX feature, which is essentially a chatbot which uses LLM to talk with the tensor cores and stuff. And yeah, you can essentially talk with your graphics card and generate results from it as such, and this data is stored locally and not, you are not essentially sending it over the server as in ChatGPT or stuff like that. You are just doing all of the things locally. And now Intel and also AMD came up with their own implementation. It is not similar to that of Nvidia's implementation, which uses the GPU, but Intel's implementation is more like Python code, which is a library and it's open source, but it's a pretty much hassle to work with it. It's essentially a Python program which you need to run and stuff, which is not good for everybody. But what AMD did, AMD has its own ROCm protocol which is similar to CUDA in ways, so you can essentially run a large language models on AMD's AI PCs or its graphics cards, essentially 7000 series or 7040 series or 8040 series. And essentially you can run RM Studio on it, and not RM but LM Studio on it for Windows, and you can run the file locally. So it is a pretty nice implementation, and basically AI chatbot war has been started by Nvidia, but it's nice for us consumers. Next up, we already know like JEDEX published its standards for GDDR7, and now we have a news that AMD and Nvidia will will use GDDR7 chips. GDDR7 chips are 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 gigabytes in size, and 24 GB size are in 256-bit bus. But essentially, according to Copilot 7 Kimi, as of now they will only use two modules, so it will be like 16 GB per module, 16 gigabits per first. So essentially 16 gigabits or 32 gigabits modules will be used. So yeah, since these graphics cards are already in pre-production before GDDR7 standards are announced, so they are going to use only 16 gigabits module as of now, but in the future we might get 32 gigabits module. Lastly, we have some news regarding Ryzen, and essentially there was a blog post which has been data mined through LinkedIn and stuff, and essentially we can see that there is Strix AO and Strix BO, which is Strix Point, which is based on Zen 5. This confirms it. There is also Sarlacc, which is also based on 7 nanometer, and it is also Zen 5. Then there is a Kraken Point, which is Ryzen 9000 Zen 4 nanometer. We already know Kraken Point is 4 Zen 5 cores and 5C cores. But there is one thing which was Soundwave, which is 3 nanometer, and it is essentially Zen 6, which will be Ryzen 10000. So this just confirms that AMD is working on Ryzen 10000. But that's it from me today. What do you think about the news? Sound of your thoughts in the comment section below.